Hey, my girl. Oh, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You're such a glidey girl too sometimes, huh? Where is everybody? She loves to hug. Good morning. Coffee time? Would you like some? Oh, I'm so excited that you're here. Um, I my Alexa just made a noise. I have no idea. Anyway, my meat eating friends, bear with me. This isn't all about a vegan cooking thing, but for my vegan friends, I am so excited. I finally made a vegan Sauerbraten, and this is something that my family always had around Christmas time. And since we're German, um, we just kind of passed it down by watching our mothers. My mom watched her mom, and my great grandma was a cook. And I don't know what she cooked, but she must have been a fantastic cook because my grandmother was a great cook. My mom is a really, really good cook. And I think I'm a fairly good cook too. At least that's what I've been told. But anyway, this is something that my family always had around Christmas time. And if you're going to make the meat version, you get a roast, a beef roast, and you marinate it for at least 3 or 4 days, if not longer. You marinate it in vinegar, water, oil. You put a bay leaf in there. You put cloves in there, some sugar. What am I leaving out? I think that's it. Anyway, you put the whole roast, you cover it. It has to be totally covered in a container in the refrigerator, and you let it marinate for at least 3 days. And then you cook it and you use some of the marinade as a gravy. But I'm not going to get into exactly how you make that, but there's lots of recipes for Sauerbraten. I mean, some of them use ginger snap cookies in the gravy. You put raisins in there when you do cook it, and it's a sweet, sour beef, and it is so good. It's one of my favorite, it was always one of my favorite meat dishes when I ate meat years ago. Anyway, I've been trying to make a vegan version of Sauerbraten. And for those of you, my friends that are vegan, I just started washing my own seitan and making gluten out of it. And because I've always used vital wheat gluten in the past, and sometimes vital wheat gluten has kind of a funky aftertaste to it. You can kind of balance that out by adding vinegar when you make it. But I started washing flour. I belong to a Facebook group. I'll put the name of it below. It's like the flour washing something something. Or I'll stick it in here somewhere. Um, but anyway, since I started washing the flour, I've made a chicken flavored, and now I made the sauerbraten, and it is so big of a difference between making your own and using vital wheat gluten. Not that the vital wheat gluten doesn't make good vegan meats, it does, but it is just so good when you wash your own flour. And I never did it before because I thought, oh God, that's so much work, and. But then when I started doing it, it's actually very therapeutic. It's like when people make bread, you get into the kneading, and it's sort of a little bit of a Zen-like process. It's like playing with Play-Doh if you like to do things like that when you were a kid. But anyway, I was just so excited. I'm not sharing the recipe on here right now because the original roast that I made, and I'll insert some pictures, um, it was an experiment. So until I perfect something, I don't like to share the recipe because I don't want you guys to spend the money on ingredients and then go, oh, God, that's awful. So, but I will make a video the next time I make it. I'll make a video and I'll share the recipe for it with you. So anyway, one thing I like to do for those of us that like to cook, and even for those that maybe will like to cook in the future, what I do is I go on different websites and different YouTube channels and I get recipes and I keep these in a binder and I have all kinds of recipes, there's vegetarian hot dogs, holiday vegan ham, a meatless loaf, mind-blowing roast beef, seitan power, just things. And then what I like to do, since I'm not a big recipe follower, I like to read the recipes and various people. Like I'll get 3, 4, 5 different sausage recipes, and then I pick and choose the ingredients that I think I might like, and I make my own recipes out of it. So I love to do that. I have a ton of vegan cookbooks, cheese making, vegan meats, vegan pantry staples. I really have a lot of vegan cookbooks. And it's something that I use to learn and to grow as a cook. Now, we're not all going to be professional chefs, but if you can make food that you really, really enjoy and you make your own version of it, it's really fun. So, and it's something that if you have a partner, you can do together. Now, Tom is a very basic cook. I mean, um, he'll make a pot roast in the slow cooker, or he'll make a meatloaf, and he has very basic recipes that he makes. But he's very much a meat eater, and I mean, half the time when I make something vegan, it's like, here, try this. I won't like it. Okay, whatever, don't eat it. But anyway, but if you have a partner that's like-minded, or even if you have a partner that likes to cook, maybe he would make you a vegan dish, or you could make something together. But anyway, and I did used to make meat for him. He would buy it at the grocery store and bring it home, and I would cook it for him, even though I didn't eat it. So there's no point to getting into a big uh, altercation with your partner with what they like to eat. People eat what they eat, even though you may not think that's the best thing. Why make a big issue out of it? So, anyway, I'm going to insert some pictures of my vegan meat, and I'll be back in a little bit. Alrighty, so that was my Sauerbraten. It's really good. And no, it doesn't taste like bread, even though it is made with flour, but it's made just with the gluten of the flour. That's what gives your bread the spring and the rise and the substance. So anyway, coffee. I must heat my cup of coffee up 3 times before I finally finish it. I like hot coffee or iced coffee. I don't like anything in between. So while it's still hot, I got this. I ordered something from Amazon for me, And this is a package of fennel seeds, and I use this to make my tea, and this is good for digestion. We used to give this to the babies when they had a little bit of colic. I haven't done much research into it, but so, don't do as I say, do your own research. But in Europe, this is a very popular, at least it used to be back in the old days. And I'm from the old days. This was something popular that was given to babies that had a lot of gas. So I put this in my tea mixture that I make every day for my digestion. And I also use it to make like sausages, vegan sausages, or sausage patties. So I always keep this on hand, and I keep it in the refrigerator. So, and I think it's around $11 on Amazon. This one, I think it's the Frontier brand, and this is the one I try to get. So, and this says it's best by September 2023, but since I refrigerate it, I'm sure it's good much longer, but I will definitely use this up by then. So, I need to still do some Christmas shopping. My stuff just isn't arriving. I have a couple things that are running late, and the post office is overwhelmed. Everything's overwhelmed, I guess. And I didn't wait until most of it I ordered by the end of November. I just haven't gotten it yet. So they're kind of trickling in, but a couple of things I just may not get. So I don't know. I'll have to be a little creative, and I think I'm going to be giving some gift cards to my family that doesn't get their gift. Anyway, it's kind of a little frustrating when you're trying to get things done, and everything is sort of there's a monkey wrench in the works. So, but that's life, I guess. So if you want to do some baking for the holidays, check out the channel Bigger Bolder Baking. She has a lot of really novel ideas. I just watched her earlier today, and she had 3 mug pies, pumpkin, pecan, and apple. And they all looked really fabulous. And if you're a dessert person, check her out. She also does cakes in the microwave, and I think she's Irish. She has an accent, but she really has some good stuff on her channel. So that's Bigger Bolder Baking, and her name is Gemma. So check that out. I think she also has recipes for cookies on there. Like, one cookie dough, you can make, I don't know how many different kinds of cookies, and those are always nice. So yeah, check out her channel. I really enjoy it. So I've been making my shopping list. I haven't been shopping in a very long time, and I'm running a little low on some things. And since I did get into this flour washing, I want to make sure I have plenty of just regular unbleached flour, so I'll pick up some of that. I'm enjoying my bread machine. I'll pick up another bag of that. And yeah, after about a month, you do start to run a little low on things. But I don't have a shopping list as long as my arm. I'm trying to be very mindful of the things that I keep in my pantry and not buying just whim things. So I'm trying to establish just a base of what I use all the time, and things that will last a long time, that have longevity, and also things that I can make a lot of different things with. Like now with flour, I can make wheat meat, I can make breads, I can make cakes, I can make cookies, I can make all sorts of things. And those are the kind of staples that I really, really like to stock up on. So that's what I'm being mindful of, and not buying a bunch of impulse things, um, that I probably won't eat. I mean, I'm a person that likes to try new things too, but instead of buying pre-made things, I want to try to make new things out of the things I already have. And you know how much I like to do that. So, but I have decided, I asked my children, and they do want to come over on Christmas Eve. It's going to be a very laid back celebration. I'm going to buy some things for a charcuterie board, and I'll make a couple of those where I'll buy some cheeses, and I'll probably buy some breads and maybe some lunch meat for those people in my family that do eat meat. But I'm not making a big dinner or anything like that. And we'll just snack and exchange gifts and have a few drinks. I'll make hot cocoa for the children. They'll like that. I have those GFS cookies. That'll be nice. Um, and maybe one or two other desserts. And of course, coffee. And that's it. It's going to be very casual, very low cost. I'm not spending a lot of money. I'm hoping to keep it around $50 maybe, a little less, a little more. I have to see once I go to the store. But that's sort of our plans for Christmas Eve. And normally what we do, we have a dinner, and I have a whole table full of hors d'oeuvres before dinner. I really go all out. But this year, I just, I'm not feeling it. Even though I have Christmas spirit, it's not like I'm, being a Scrooge or a bah humbug, but I'm not feeling the craziness that goes around the holidays. I'm trying to really keep it simple and nice and festive, but not over the top anymore like I used to do. I used to decorate every room in my house for Christmas. I'm not doing that anymore. Making, three different kinds of roasts. I used to make pork and turkey roast and beef, so you had a big variety. It wasn't just one meal, it was like, okay, it was like a buffet, Um, I'm not doing that anymore. So it was fun while it lasted, but this is going to be fun too. So anyway, that's what my family is doing this year. Leave a comment below. Let me know what your family is doing this year. Are you staying home? Are you keeping it low key? Are you having a big celebration? You know, um, let us know what you're doing. Um, Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It helps me out a lot. Leave it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. It has the YouTube algorithm. It pushes out my videos, and I love it when people comment. I really enjoy interacting with people here on my channel. So that's all I have for you today. And I hope you have a good day. And I want to thank you for coming to visit me again. I really enjoy the interaction that we have. You're all my friends, and I love having you here. And that's all I have. All right, my friends, I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.